Hola chicos, and welcome back to another video. I'm Christian and I'm moving to Spain, and this is Chris in Spain. So, today I want to talk about the NIE number and what my experience is so far, because I've just experienced a lot of struggle with the NIE number, and I know a lot more today than I did yesterday. So, you often hear when you are googling stuff about the NIE number, because I have done that a lot. Watch a lot of other YouTube videos about it. Read a lot of articles about how to get it and whatever. But I have figured out something new that you probably don't know, because I don't knew it before. Which means no YouTuber and article have been writing about this before now. So, you often hear this when you see YouTube videos, for example, people talk about how to get the NIE number in Spain when you have arrived to Spain. Because most YouTubers get the NIE number after getting to Spain, because most YouTubers didn't knew about the NIE number before they moved to Spain. So they're talking about all the struggle you get through when you get to Spain. You don't have the NIE number, you are in panic, and you need to get it as fast as possible, and all this shit. And then they always talk about this thing about you can also get an NIE number in your home country by going to the Spanish embassy and getting the number before going to Spain. And because of that, I have done that, or at least tried to, because here's my story and here's what's going on there. When I contacted this Spanish embassy here, they were really kind, write a lot with me in the emails and was quite fast to respond, I think. But they told me the whole thing, how it works, with them at least. And the thing is, you can get an NIE number in Spain and at the Spanish embassy in whatever country you are located in right now. But the thing is, it's not the same NIE number you get. The one you get, if I go to my embassy and try to get an NIE number, that's I forgot the name for it. It's not a permanent one. It's the opposite. Whatever. And that's a problem, because then it will last you 3 months, I believe, and then you have to apply for it again in Spain. But then you may ask, why is that a problem? That's probably fine. Then you have an NIE number for 3 months, and you will be able to do all the things you need to do before it runs out and you have to get a new one. But the thing is, you don't get it's going bad now. You don't get a permanent residency. Is that pronounced right? I don't care. You know what I mean, I guess. You just get a number. And, well, it could be used for some things. Maybe there's probably a reason why they have it like this. But they don't. The problem is they don't know much about the permanent one. So they told me they actually don't know if it's a problem having the non-permanent one before the permanent one, and how easy it is to get after that. If it's possible to get it before it runs out and all this shit. So basically, this non-permanent NIE number are basically just made for people that are going to stay in Spain for less than 3 months and just need this non-permanent NIE number. So basically, people on vacation that just want to have an NIE number because then you can do multiple things that you can do without it. But again, you can do everything with this non-permanent NIE number. So they actually told me that for my purpose, when you're going to live in Spain or just stay in Spain for more than 3 months actually, then they told me that they will recommend me to actually just get the NIE number on the day I arrive to Spain and get the residency there and whatever. And they also told me that, or I asked, and then they answered, and I can't speak to the Spanish government, police, whatever, before getting to Spain, because I have to meet up in person to be able to get this NIE number and residency and all this. So literally, there is nothing you can do other than going to the nearest police station or whatever governmental house there is close to the place you're staying when you get to Spain. And that's leading to another question I have been asking, and that is, how do you get an apartment in Spain before moving there and before getting residency there? Because some people talk about when you buy an apartment that you have to put your NIE number in the contract. But if you have to put the NIE number in your contract when you buy an apartment, how do you buy your first apartment when you can't get the NIE number before you already living in Spain? I guess when people go on vacation, they don't need an NIE number because they're staying in hotels and you don't have to put NIE number in. You don't even have to really put a contract. You just buy it and have a receipt, I guess. Show it or something, whatever. You know how a hotel works. So a hotel could be a solution, but you can't live in a hotel for a month or 3 months or whatever it takes to get an NIE number. So I guess that's not the solution. So there must be a way to get an apartment before you get an NIE number. And when you Google, it's quite complicated because some people say that you need an NIE number to buy an apartment, but you can rent an apartment without. But some say you even need an NIE number to rent an apartment. And I'll have, the apartment search, by the way. Subscribe for more videos about my process of moving to Spain, by the way. And then you can see my other videos, like my videos about buying an apartment or renting or whatever you want to call it, and other videos about how to prepare to move to Spain at the moment. But again, because of my apartment search, I have seen a contract, and there I need to put my NIE number. And it's rent, not buy. So even for rent, they have NIE number in the contract. And I get some YouTubers, some bloggers, whatever you get of search material when you googling in one way or another, you will find that some say one thing and some say another thing. But when I say the one that says that you need an NIE number for renting too, it makes no sense because you must be able to rent an apartment without. And I've also heard a lot of stories about YouTubers and other people moving to Spain, and all of them, again as I told before, has got the NIE number after moving to Spain. So they must also, in some way or another, have acquired an apartment without the NIE number. So I'm guessing that in the NIE number field you can put in your passport number or whatever. I've heard other stories about sometimes you can use your passport number instead of NIE number, but again I don't know which circumstances. I don't really have collected a full image of how this NIE number thing works and how much you need it. I know you need it to start a bank account. End of story. There's no way you can start a bank account without. Maybe I'm not right, but that's what people tell all the time. So the thing is, you need to get a place to stay and a job, most probably. And these things are hard to get without already having another place to stay and another job and NIE numbers. So this will be the real story. Because a lot of people are saying that you can't get an apartment without having a job, and you can't get a job without having an apartment. And that's a problem, you can see that. Because one of them you have to get first. Else you can't get the other one. It's so strange. So there's always a reason, or not a reason, there's always a chance to get it, a way to get it without getting it the usual way. And I think it's the same thing with the apartment. You can get around this NIE number barrier in some way or another, if you discuss a little bit about the situation, I guess. So I need to find that out real soon, because I'm actually about to buy an apartment or rent an apartment whatever day now. So I will find out soon, no matter what. And like, we are 3 people living in this apartment, and none of us has an NIE number, I'm pretty sure, and none of us can get it before getting to Spain. I'm pretty sure of that too. So we will find out real soon, and then I will get back and tell the solution we got. So there'll be a kind of part two of this video, in the apartment search related area at least. So this is pretty much what I just found out about the NIE number works and how you can get it. So when people tell you to get the NIE number before going to Spain, don't, or rather you can't. You need to go to the Spanish police station, whatever, when you go to Spain. But do it as fast as possible, I would say, because it makes things easier no matter what. So do it kind of like the first day you arrive in Spain. And I've heard other stories about how the process of getting the NIE number is. I've heard the most crazy thing I have heard lately is one person that say that sometimes you can be lucky and walk into the police station, fill out the paperwork, and then leave with the NIE number in your hand. Like just one setting. Where other people say it can take 1 month, 3 months even. I hear that very rarely, but I've heard up to 3 months. I'm not sure if it's true or if it's just like a myth, but at least 1 month I have heard experience about that. So it's literally between 1 day and 1 month, the process of getting a NIE number. So I will say no clue. You can't know before you have it in your hand. And the paperwork you need to fill out, it's complicated. Like you need to have your birth certificate and all that shit. You need to have it like printed and stuff. And that's kinda hard and a problem, because who the fuck have their birth certificate? Is that even a thing anymore? And I also have to think about that actually, because I need mine. I'm pretty sure I don't have mine, so I need to call somebody to make me a new one or something like that. So that's the most crazy thing I have here. You have to show of paperwork to the police, and probably the probably the hardest one to get whatever also. And of course you need passport and other normal things. Sometimes they want to see, I've heard a lot of crazy things, I think like bank accounts and again apartments, if you have an apartment, job if you have, or proof of going to school or whatever, things like that. But there's a lot of videos about how the NIE number works and how to get it. So this has been more about the other way of getting it, the way nobody gets it. And why? Because nobody can get it this way at all. So when I get to the process of actually getting the NIE number, I'll maybe make a little video about that just to tell how fast it was and how much struggle it was. If it was as bad as people telling, or maybe even worse. So yeah, lots of part 2 potential in this video. I will see what happens. There'll be a part 2 in one sector and part 2 in another sector. But until then, I have a lot of videos about my process of moving to Spain and the situation I have right now, my apartment search, and other things I have to prepare before moving to Spain. So again, if you haven't subscribed already, then subscribe for new videos about my process of moving to Spain and follow my journey to Spain and also journey in Spain when I get that far. And I guess I'll see you next one. Have a good one. Bye bye. And like the video too.